Daddy's going.
I kind of want to like say a little prayer to like get me through this. So I just want to like pray for strength really fast, that God gives us the strength to speak the words that we need to speak and to be strong throughout this video. We wish we were coming to you guys in better spirits. This vlog is not going to be aesthetic. This one's going to be really difficult.
It's not even a vlog.
It's going to be raw. It's going to be uncut, and it's going to be emotional. So, I'm good. The reason why it's going to be raw, emotional, and uncut is because we want to get this video out into the world as soon as possible because we need people's help.
It's time sensitive.
It's very time sensitive. The last 8 hours for us has honestly been hell, to say the least. Right now we're running on fumes and high emotion. We're very exhausted, and this is the first time we're actually getting to sit down together and process what has happened in these last 8 hours and process what the future might look like for us in these next 3 months. Honestly, I'm like sick to my stomach and unwell just thinking about it, but we kind of have to prepare for what's to come mentally, and physically and financially, also emotionally too. Right now, our Loki boy is in Pensacola undergoing surgery as we speak. He's having spinal surgery because last night or this morning he lost feeling to the back half of his body, the
lost
legs.
Control.
He couldn't move.
He had very little feeling, but yeah, he would just use his front legs. It was very, very disturbing.
It was scary, disturbing, sad, like something that you don't want to see.
I wouldn't wish that on
I wouldn't
anyone.
wish that on anyone whatsoever. So if somebody else is struggling like that, we're praying for you. Yeah, and I also want to say, like, we would never pray or wish hurt or pain on anyone else in this world, but tonight we're praying for pain.
Tomorrow.
Because it tells us that he's going to have feeling tomorrow if he has pain. So we're praying for pain. And I feel weird saying that, but dear God, we need it.
It's good
we
pain.
need it. I kind of just want to, like, fill you in on, like, the timeline of what we've gone through and, like, what's happened with Loki to this point. Starting 2 nights ago, we were in the garage just tinkering around, and Loki has a bed in there, and he was laying on it, and he was kind of shivering, and it was really cold 2 nights ago. It was like freezing here. And so we were like, oh, he's just cold. So I just like cuddled him and like put him in my lap, and he warmed up and he was fine. Well, then yesterday at lunchtime, I take him for daily walks throughout the week. So it was lunch break, and I was ready to take the dogs for the walk, and I walk in because I wanted to make a reel and like video Loki's excitement, because usually he gets so excited whenever I say you want to go for a walk. And whenever he hears walk, he bucks and bulls and he kidney beans and goes sideways and gets so excited, jumps and everything. And you can see in the video whenever I walk in, I'm like, whoa, like, are you okay? Like, you're not jumping. He was acting really weird. So I turned off the video and I was like, okay, let's see if we can go outside, get fresh air. Maybe that'll help, and maybe he just has a tummy ache. So we go on our walk. We come back. I go back to work, and then I come home, and I'm talking to Luke, and I tell him Loki was acting really weird at lunchtime, and then that's whenever he said to me,
I mean, whenever I came home, he's usually running around the house with something in his mouth. He's just showing off, prancing.
He doesn't have something in his mouth. He goes and gets a bone and brings it to you.
Well, he went and got his bone, but it wasn't Loki.
Yeah.
It wasn't fully set in yet, so I don't...
He was just moving slow. Like, it was really weird. So he told me that once I told him that I saw problems with Loki, and then once we said that, we were like noticing, like,
we were on alert at that point.
We were on alert. The monitors in our heads went off. There was something wrong. So
we tested it. We wanted to test and see, like, it was, because to see what would happen if you would try to get up, because we knew he doesn't like to put weight on his back legs in the past.
Well, a month ago, we kind of had this problem where he was starting to not want to... My sister's calling me, hang on. A month ago, we took him to the vet because we thought he tweaked something in his back, like muscle, just like he tweaked muscle. They put him on pain meds, he improved, and he was fine. until last night. We tried to get him to walk up the stairs to our bed, and he tried with his back leg and it wouldn't go. And then he kind of pulled himself up on the bench beside him and pulled himself up on the bed. And so we were like, okay, we're going to take him to the vet as soon as they open up the next morning. Like today, we were taking him to the vet immediately. But whenever I went to sleep, Luke went to sleep at like 11 because Loki finally got comfortable beside him in the bed. And then he woke up middle of the night because Loki was moving and like sitting on the bed, and Luke was.
Well, no. So what it was is he was under the covers, and he was just the covers were propped up, and so he was sitting up and he was breathing real heavy. I was like, oh, okay, he's hot. Let me get him some fresh air because I know he likes to stay under there until he can't breathe.
Yeah.
So poke his head out, and then the breathing calms down, and then I'm like, okay. Somewhat get him settled and go back to sleep, and then
we're waiting until the morning to go to the vet.
5 o'clock rolls around, my alarm goes off, and Loki's up, and he's what you would think he is hyperventilating. But
for a dog, because dogs don't really
fast.
Hyperventilate. But yeah, he's breathing heavy. He's sitting not on his
on
butt
his corkscrew.
Normally. He's sitting on his tail, and so Luke put him on the ground, and at that point he just collapsed.
The back half just collapsed.
He tried to move and his legs were crossed under him. So
I was like ER time.
Luke was like ER. I jumped out of the bed. We went so fast, and it just progressively escalated. Like it escalated so fast. We had to make so many decisions so fast.
Like honestly, the time from when he was shivering in the garage to when we were testing him getting on the bed, something had to have drastically happened in between that.
Yeah.
Because it
just went downhill.
It just went so fast. Because why didn't he degrade that fast that night and then into the morning?
Exactly.
He was fine in the morning. He did something. I got to go back and watch the
camera. He went on the walk with me and Karma at lunch break yesterday, and then it tanked. And so at the emergency vet, they did blood work. They got him comfortable, gave him pain meds. Not even comfortable. He wouldn't lay down. He was not comfortable. He just had pain meds in his system. And they did a pain test on him, and he responded to the back leg on the right side. The left one didn't respond very well. But hopefully that will give us hope that he might have feeling in the future. Anyways, so they got him on the IVs and everything, and we were making the decision to go to our main vet because they know him, and it would have been more expensive to do x-rays at the emergency vet. So whenever our vet opened up, we kept him on fluids for like 2 hours at the emergency vet and immediately transferred him to our vet. They looked at him, did the pain test, and said, take him to a neurologist in Pensacola right now.
Or call, just leave.
Just leave. They didn't even charge us for it.
So
we're very grateful for everybody that's helped us.
I want to talk about me speeding. Let's just say.
Oh no! So we got over to Pensacola. We put on our hazards, so we were not unsafe, but.
No, we were definitely unsafe in the eyes of the law, but we got there safely and in a timely manner. But we don't talk about that. We just got there.
We're thankful we have Kyle. Anyways, so they told us that they think it's a herniated disc. So we had to go over payment plans, and I had to sign 2 forms asking if I wanted to do CPR or DNR, which is do not resuscitate. So that was just emotionally a lot. But the neurologist came in and talked to us, and she reassured us that this is a normal procedure with Frenchies because it's just their breed. There was nothing that we could have done. There was nothing that we did. There was nothing that he did. It happens in Frenchies. So that's why we're coming on here and making this video, because I know money is just a tangible, worldly possession. It's just an object, and I don't want to sound privileged in saying that because I'm not. But whenever you really look at the big scheme of things, it is just an object in this world. And I know everybody is tight on money right now. Everybody is.
Everything's increasing.
Everything
We're feeling
is.
it here.
Everything is. And I know it's a lot to ask. And we feel so uncomfortable asking this. I hope you know that. But we're asking people for support and help And if you have the means to give, we've created a GoFundMe account for Loki, and we're fundraising. We want to get to $10,000 because the surgery and the recovery and everything is just very extensive.
If
and
it goes well right now, it's still really expensive, and that's if everything goes perfectly. So this is just us asking for help to be able to give him
the care
that he needs. And if you can't, we understand if you can't give financially. We've been there. We're still here.
Yeah.
But
that's
if you could just give a prayer.
Yeah.
That's all we're asking.
If you can't give
just
$1,
keep them in your thoughts.
If you can't give $1, if you can't give 50 cents, and you can't support us in that way, then please support us through prayer. Please pray for my Loki, that he has a full recovery and that he can. I would just want to be able to see him run again. So, from the bottom of our hearts, we just ask for love and support. If you can't give, then give us the love and support in that way in prayer. We just got a call from the doctor, and
it's pretty much the same process.
It's the same process, but it was not the news that we were wanting. We were thinking that it was going to be a herniated disc, but whenever they did the MRI, it showed that one of his vertebrae exploded and ruptured. So she's having to go in more invasively with the procedure and do more incisions. So we're just waiting for the call to hear that he made it out, and then we're praying and asking for you to pray for pain. Tomorrow morning we're asking that Loki has pain in his back leg so he will have feeling and hopefully will be able to walk in the future.
So today's Thursday. Today's Thursday, January 18th, 2024. So the news of him having feeling or not should be broke tomorrow at January 19th.
Yeah.
Because what did I say? Today is the 18th?
Mm-hmm.
So January 19th in the morning, we should be able to hear the news whether or not
he has feeling.
Have feeling and be able to recover fully or not. And if we're hoping for if he does, because quite frankly, we don't know what happens if there's no feeling at the time being.
And that's also a thing. Like, we're not just asking for help for the procedure. We're asking for help for the future, because it could be 3 months of, he might not even be able to walk, and he might be on wheels. And so I know, but I just want people to understand the extent of our situation and how much of a struggle this is. And I just want to ask for you and all of God's people right now just to pull together and come together in this time in need and support. That's all we need.
Put up. Let's get long.
Yeah. Okay. If you need the link to Loki's GoFundMe, it's going to be in the description below. And I'm going to try to keep everybody updated with what's happening through my Instagram on my stories. So if you want to see what happens with Loki, we'll try to keep you informed whenever we get the information.
And also, if you don't have the means to give, if you could, would you please just send the link and post it anywhere else?
On your story, share it to your friends, your family, everybody.
We need all the exposure that we can get. So not only for the amount of people that can help financially support Loki, but also mentally.
Mentally,
we need all the prayers we can get. If we can get financial compensation as a bonus, that's even better. But all we're asking is for him to be in your thoughts.
Mm-hmm. And we just want to thank you in advance for your love and prayers, and everybody that has been there for us has been so awesome, so sweet, and we just appreciate all of that love.
Thank you guys in advance for whatever you guys end up doing. We appreciate it no matter what.
Yeah, thank you.